Hello and welcome to the Just for Gamers video game podcast. Episode 122, Sponsored Content. In this week's episode, we are ill. JfG Ash is all alone.
Or is he?
JfG Alex is taking crazy pills.
Literal crazy pills.
There's a top 5 Fonz or Phoenix. And finally, we have our hipster name.
Ah, yes. Hello and welcome to the JfG podcast. This is episode 122. My name is Alex and I'm joined as ever by my very good friend Ash. Hey buddy, how are you?
Yes, buddy, as always, I am good on a Wednesday, but not this Wednesday. Sparkling thoughts give me the hope to go on. No.
No?
I'm ill. How are you?
Hang on. I'm also ill.
Yay.
But I must ask, I don't know, have you heard that new Lord album?
I haven't yet. I've got it on, I've got the playlist on my phone ready to go, but you know,
he's teasing me.
One day.
Well, that's exciting, buddy. It's a good album, I must say.
Nice.
Really good.
I like it.
One of the better ones.
Are we trying to get sponsored by her or something?
By Lord. Imagine that.
That'd be quite funny. Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking Squarespace, shove it up your ass. We're sponsored by Lord for some reason.
Why not? Fuck it.
Because we regularly quote a cartoon that mocked her. And she decided that was where she wanted to put her money down.
Yeah, definitely. I would do the same.
Absolutely, buddy. So, we're both ill, aren't we? Which is fucking brilliant news.
So expect this podcast to be extremely unfunny and straight to the point, buddy, because I cannot be arsed.
I'm in no mood for fun and games, my friends.
No.
This is
let's get the job done.
It's the news at 10, but gaming. Despite our illness, buddy, the topic for this episode remains unchanged.
Thank fuck. I mean, one day it'll throw me off. It was like this week's topic, synchronized swimming. I'll be like, I'm not ready for this.
I really do keep thinking that we should do that one week.
Just do one random podcast about something completely different.
Yeah, absolutely, completely different, but also be totally knowledgeable on that topic.
Okay, sure.
Something completely different.
I'll do my research on something.
Cross-stitch.
Yeah, okay. Latest cross-stitch news. Ash's news, favourite things of this week about cross-stitch.
Yeah. Or we could maybe do
cross-stitch patterns.
Yeah. I don't know, like framing. A podcast about the framing of pictures.
I think we should do a podcast about podcasts.
That's also an option. I'd imagine that's already out there, though. But not the way we do it, buddy.
No, it's just weird that is probably a thing.
Yeah, absolutely, buddy. Yeah. It's true.
Anyway,
it's very true.
Yeah, do you want to know what I've been doing this week?
Not especially. I mean, I can pretend, though.
It's all right. It's not a lot. I went to see, or I went and saw the parents. I mean, I always get confused with the word saw because it has two meanings. And is it spelt the same? I think it is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just science. It's such a good idea to have words that are spelt the same, that have two completely different meanings.
Yeah, you want to get context involved and misconstruction.
It's like the word gay. Two meanings, buddy.
And also a name.
Well, there you go. As we found out. Different spelling, the name though.
Triple trouble.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
So I saw the parents, not in half. That was fun. Ate some food, drank some booze. I had the kids with me. They were ill. They made me ill. I now hate them forever.
There's no getting over that.
Well, a quick update. I watched Game of Thrones this week. More people died.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Fucking hell. Well, hopefully no one will be too angry about those quite obvious spoilers.
I mean, I don't care.
That some people died in Game of Thrones this week.
People did die. I think they did.
Yeah.
I can't actually remember, to be honest. And it was that memorable. I have no idea. Or,
so no one important then?
Probably. Not to me, though. I mean, my family is still alive this week.
They're fine.
They're all right, yeah. I am home alone right now. I haven't got any kids, no wife. I'm just on my own. It's a bit weird. I'm a bit worried because obviously we've got the webcam on. And, if suddenly I see something behind me, I will freak the fuck out.
Like a big old bearded dude with a big snow shovel.
Santa?
No. God? No. Yeah.
Yeah. And finally, buddy, to top my week off, I ordered some big boy internet today.
Oh, hello. What's all this, please?
So, my internet's already okay to pretty decent. So Virgin Media sent me an email saying, hey, your price is going up by £4 a month. I was like, fuck off. And obviously at the bottom it's like, oh, you can obviously cancel this if you want. So I just ring them up. I'm like, this is bullshit. I'm not paying it. They're like, okay, sir. Well, we can do the same deal for £1 less than you're paying now. I'm like, what about give me an upgrade? I was like, fuck it, fine. And they were like, well, I don't know about that. So I was like, well, on your website, it says that I can get twice the internet for 50p more a month. And they're like, oh, yeah, you can have that. I'm like, well, why didn't you fucking tell me, you dipshit? Yeah. So I'm paying an extra 50p a month on what I now pay. So I'm actually saving £3.50 and getting twice the speed of internet, which will be nice. I'm glad about that.
It's funny how it switches like that.
I know, right? It's so dumb. I'm also getting a new TiVo box for £5. I was like a one-off payment of £5. I was like, I'll have it. Fuck it. The TiVo box I've got at the moment is fucking shit. Anything's better than that. So yeah, mate, that's my wonderful week of getting ill and not really caring about anything right now. How about you?
Yeah, similar. Apart from all the things that you did.
Right, okay, yeah.
So I've been ill. And as such, I've done very little that I haven't had to. Mainly been watching YouTube videos. And I think I forgot to name the YouTuber who I was pissing myself, the flight sim guy who was pissing myself laughing at. It's Air Force Proud is his
strong name.
Yeah, his videos are really funny, and I've been watching all of them. So there you go, little plug there for him for some reason. I don't know why, but there you go. I like it.
Sponsored plug by Lord.
Sponsored by Air Force Proud and Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah. Went out for a meal to a French restaurant, a Frenchy place. Buddy had Frenchy food at the Frenchy place.
Nice.
The Frenchy place is called Coco Retro, and
Coco Retro.
Yeah, it's a Frenchy name.
Is it? Is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had frog legs.
Nice.
They were.
I know. I've been there.
Yeah. You've been at Coco Retro, buddy?
No, I've been to French frog legs before. I've had them. There you go.
Well, they're nice, aren't they?
Yeah, they're all right. Lots of garlic on them. Tastes good.
Yep. Everything, lots of garlic on.
Well, there you go.
It's a sentence for you. There you go. And yeah, so that was good. Had nice food. Had some sort of beef stew in a little pot with potatoes, and also
beef stew.
Chips. And I don't know about you, buddy, but I like 2 different preparations of potatoes with my meals.
I mean, whenever I do a roast, I always do roast potatoes and also mashed potatoes.
Yeah, that's normal and
common sense.
If there'd been a jacket on that plate, mate, I might have blown me load.
Oh,
so
Jesus, some sauté potatoes.
Oh, yeah,
potato gratin.
Yeah.
Oh, love them potatoes.
Nice to just roast some new potatoes every now and again.
Crazy.
Yep.
New podcast topic this week: potatoes. Hashtag
potatoes. Yeah, no. We'll stick with video games, okay. I think. So yeah, other than that, being ill, laying in bed, watched Wonder Woman.
Nice. Was it? I don't know. I haven't watched it.
I suppose.
Cool. Great story, Hansel.
Yeah. I mean, the effects were woeful. I'll tell you that.
Cool.
Like, and I don't really understand that. I kind of was under the assumption that it was a like £1 billion blockbuster. So
go on. I was going to say, have you seen The Great Wall with Matt Damon?
Matt Damon.
Yeah,
no, I've been avoiding that like the plague.
Avoid that, buddy. It's a bad film, but that's quite an expensive budget film, I believe, and the animation in that is all crappy. It is fucking terrible. I've seen better films like on Pornhub than that.
House Party, yeah.
House Party, yeah.
Yeah, no, with Wonder Woman, you know the Matrix Reloaded, where the playground scene with all of the Agent Smiths?
Yes.
And at the time, even at the time, you were kind of like,
It's pushing boundaries at the time, but you were like, no. Rubber man suit kind of thing.
This looks like that all the way through. Every effect, every leap, bound, jump, like swing of a weapon, like anything that obviously they didn't do. It just like, I think it's the frame rate. I think it's the frame rate on the animation. No, genuinely, I'm sorry to bring this into the art of cinema, buddies, but fuck me, no. I honestly,
sub 20 frames per second is just
no,
not
too
good
fast.
enough.
Too fast.
Okay. Oh,
the animation's too fast. Like, it just doesn't look real. It doesn't look like real life.
I get what you're saying. Yeah. They
It just looks too quick. All the movements look a bit too quick. It's strange. And a distinctly average film. I also watched Life with Ryan Reynolds and Jake Gyllenhaal.
Life.
Do. And they find an alien on Mars, and to say anything else about it would be to spoil it, but I wouldn't bother. And finally I watched The Fall, which was the pick of the bunch, buddy. Slightly older movie.
Okay, yeah.
It's a sort of weird, fantastical film where this guy's in LA in the early 1900s, and he befriends this young girl, and he tells her stories, and the stories are kind of fantastical fantasy tales that are played out by various like hospital staff from the real world. So it's one of those where like there's a really nice priest guy that this little girl likes to chuck oranges at because she's a bit of a bastard.
Nice.
And in the fantastical stories, he plays like one of the heroes. And it keeps cutting between the two. And I would highly recommend this film. I thought it was really, really nice. Quite sort of touching film, and also really nice effects that shat all over fucking Wonder Woman. So
yeah, that will happen.
There you go. The Fall. Check it out.
Oh, nice. I watched Arlington Road this week. The 1999 hit. Have you seen it before?
I can't remember.
It's about that thing that happens where people are untrusting of governments, things like that. I can't remember the word right now.
No, I don't think I've seen that. That doesn't ring any bells.
Anyway, fucking halfway through, I called it. I was right. Like, I knew. I was just like, yeah, total setup, nailed it.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and even to the point where, like, by the end of it, like, because I was watching it with my manager at work. Obviously, that's what you do. And he was like, "This is one of his like all-time favorite films. You'll never get what happens at the end." And as soon as I was like, "Oh, I bet this happens," it was just like, "Oh, you don't know if that happens?" I'm like, "Sure."
Confirmed.
And I was like, "Yeah, fuck you. I win again." In your face, films.
Was it good though? Or
Yeah, it was a good film actually. I still can't think of it. It was about terrorists and patsies. I think that's a word.
Oh yeah, okay.
And blaming one person when it's actually a group of people behind it and all that kind of thing. I still can't remember the word that I'm looking for. I might remember it later halfway through the podcast and then just shout it out.
Okay.
Who cares?
Well, fingers crossed, eh?
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, there you go. Couple of cunts doing fuck all.
Yeah, mate. Feeling
let's
sorry
move
for
on.
themselves. I love it.
Yeah.
Cool.
What are you drinking this evening, buddy, or did you decide that was
I'm on the old shipyard, buddy.
Oh, he's on the shipyard. I do like a shipyard.
I do love a shipyard, and I've also got some blonde witch as well in the fridge, ready for drinking as well. What about you, buddy? Nice. What you pounding tonight?
I'm on the premium special original lager beer, the San Miguel.
Oh, nice.
And I got some Coronas as well.
That'll do. But
no lime.
Oh.
Swings and roundabout.
Indeed.
Either way, that should grease the wheels, so to speak, buddy.
I'm all ready to talk about whatever now.
He's juiced up.
Yeah. My loins.
Fucking... Well, in that case, buddy, let's go and talk about what we've been playing. So, obviously we've both been ill. I've been the kind of ill where I didn't want to play fucking anything. But before I got ill, I played a load of stuff. Nice. So, I'm covered. What about you, though, buddy? Do you want to kick things off?
Yeah, sure. I didn't play a lot. I played some infinite mini golf on my own. Because I was obviously frustrated the fact that I didn't have any customizable clothes or anything.
Yep.
So yeah, I just played an hour of that. It's a great mini golf game. It's the only mini golf game on the PS4, so fill your boots. Yeah, it's weird how it unlocks like stuff. You get certain cards, and then you use the amount of cards to buy different items. But then I'll get like 5 hat cards that obviously I can only spend on hats. And, you know, I don't want a fucking hat, buddy.
It's annoying, isn't it?
Yeah, it's dumb. Dumb as fuck. Yeah. But it seems to just chuck these things at you. So, sure, why not? It's an odd mechanic. I would have just had a leveling up system.
No rhyme or reason, but fuck it.
No, because there's no microtransactions there or anything. It's just... We're just going to be a massive cunt right now, and you're going to have to grind this game if you want those socks or whatever it is.
Might they be douchey enough to add those transactions in afterwards, maybe?
I would fucking hope not, but I wouldn't put it past them. You know.
Not singling them out specifically, but just the games industry, fuck you.
Fuck you, yeah.
Yeah, can't happen, buddy.
As well, I played some Pyre. I got it a little bit further. And, then it crashed in the same place 4 times. So, yay, Pyre!
Shit, man. Update went out for that yesterday, I noticed.
So, yeah, fingers crossed that's gonna fix my issue, but I was not happy at the time. It happened 2 times, and I was like, fool me twice. Fool me 2 more times.
Yeah, I think that's a pro issue as well. I did some Googling on that.
Okay, well... Yeah, I got to a point where I was like, okay, this is a bit different. It's a bit interesting. I'm getting, instead of playing the space basketball, it's a game of space invaders kind of thing. Nice. So, yeah, it seemed pretty cool. But, yeah, I didn't get to finish that section, so I don't know what's going to happen after that. I'm still excited about that game. I'm not so excited about all the reading, but, I tried to explain that last week, but I couldn't remember the word for half. I just kept saying 2 more times slower, and that's just really stupid. But hey, that's me.
I didn't notice that, buddy, so I was obviously more than happy with that explanation.
I mean, my description of everything always makes sense.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Exactly. So apart from that, buddy, I've only been playing some Arks Must Doy, but we will chat about that together in a bit. What have you been...
Oh, we fucking will!
Indeed we will. Indeed we will. What have you been playing then this week, buddy? How's Maximus Paynage?
The boy is a troubled chap, I think it's fair to say.
I love that you call him a boy.
Max Payne 3. I played another, 4 hours or something.
Oh, nice. So, yeah, you're chucking it in.
I was certainly in the last sort of quarter of this game, I think. And yeah, it's just a very good action shooter. I think I was saying last time round that I was struggling a little bit with the aiming and stuff on the sticks.
Yeah.
It looks like that really very much is the case of me not being used to a 360 troll and the positioning of the analog stick therein. So that has become less and less of an issue the more that I've played it. And it's cool. I still have issue with the fact that it's Max Payne because it just doesn't quite feel like Max Payne to me. But
I found it a bit too shiny for Max Payne.
I mean, I don't have that problem anymore because it's a old 360 game.
That's true.
But I can see what you're saying, though. Like, it was more sort of matte and dark and that Max Payne, and it brought a lot of its kind of lighter sections from, like, snow levels and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So, and also when you go inside, like, the casinos and stuff in Max Payne, you know, you've got the sort of neon lights and stuff brightening it up. It's good, but it's also kind of... This will sound stupid because obviously, but it's a little unrealistic. Like, I know that's utterly ridiculous for me to demand realism from Max Payne, but the way that the story flows is just so ludicrous. And I know it's supposed to be sort of like film noir comic book-esque. Mm-hmm. It's just, it's just so dumb. But yeah, like, again, really fun to play. The bullet time stuff's great. It's hard to compare to the original because I haven't played it for so long, but did get me tempted. You can pick that up, you know. Those first two games are available like as PS2 classics on the PS4 store.
Yeah, they're in some sort of sale right now for like 25 quid. You can get like Max Payne, Bully, Red Dead Revolver, some other shit. Maybe GTA 3, I don't know. But there was some kind of mega Rockstar bundle. Some sort of Bundaroo, buddy.
Bundaroo, yeah. I'd be inclined to try out Max Payne again. Even though it obviously looks dog shit now, but it's very old.
I think I've got it on my tablet. So, if you want to play it on your phone, just...
Pretty run on my I don't think it came out on Mac, but it had run on my VM on my...
That's true.
On my Mac. Maybe give that a go. Because I played it with a mouse, so it just feels very different.
Yeah, because the whole thing with the bullet time and stuff was being able to like spin around like stupid quickly. Like, what was that fucking... Was it John Woo, like, Stranglehold or something like that?
Oh,
Do you remember?
I forgot that even existed.
Well, there you go, mate. I'm like a wizard when it comes to stupid stuff.
That was a big old like Kung Fu Max Payne ripoff, wasn't it? And
totally.
It did bullet time very well.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. It had the whole diving across stuff, and the quick movements like to spin round whilst. I think that was like one of the funny things. Like you could dive and spin your body around like 100 times or something. It's just really dumb, but yeah.
Either way, I've got probably 2 hours left on that game and I will finish it because I've come this far and it's been fun and it was £1. So, there we go.
Pound well spent.
I believe so, buddy. I believe so. Also this week, and more so last week and the week before, but I was kind of saving it up. This is the PES 2018 beta, which was an online-only beta, so you had to kind of play against dudes, which was weird.
Yeah, not all dudes, buddy, you know. Equal rights.
Equal rights to for lady footballers as well.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of weeks ago we were talking about watching the football. Should have watched that game. We won 6-0 apparently.
Yep.
Wow. Doesn't really count though, does it?
So PES 2018. So yeah, you couldn't play, or you couldn't send invites or create rooms on that thing. You just had to kind of go for it. But we did discover a way of getting into games together.
We managed to fuck it.
Yeah, because there's a co-op mode on there where you could play
3v3.
Yeah. But inevitably we'd sort of get into the positions, sort of go 3, 2, 1, go, and then it'd pair us up with other people. But obviously, for obvious reasons, no one wanted to play the AI on beginner difficulty. So if you set it to, you could have a scale of difficulties basically. So it was between for sort of beginner and top player, and you could have it on sort of professional to top player or beginner to amateur or whatever. But if you set it to beginner, then we basically got in a game together every time because no one was fucking playing that.
It was very funny. And when we got in together, it was good fun. You've obviously played a lot more of this game than me, but from what I played for a bit, it felt like a decent improvement from the previous year.
It is. It's better than last year's. I can categorically say that having played about 15, 20 games of it now.
Nice.
It's excellent. It's just excellent. It looks a tiny little bit better. It's just that sort of increment once again. But two things, the two main things. Firstly, it is much slower. So sort of like 40% slower, like it's much, much more pedestrian. But at the same time, sort of touch and ball retention is also less. So it's harder to keep the ball, but also it's slower. The two things are diminished in terms of control, and what it means is you have to be very thoughtful with the way that you build up, and that works really well. But also, you can kind of say fuck that and charge the ball down, and it really riles people. And I was scoring a lot of goals and winning a lot of games by being super aggressive. But on the odd occasion that didn't work and people got round the back of me, I was completely out of position. The game's far too slow for me to recover, and before you know it, I'm in like a 3-on-1 situation and they score. So risk reward, I think, to a degree. But what it does is allow you to build up beautifully, and you can create some absolutely spectacular goals by sort of picking passes that you never really had time to on the last year's game.
Yeah.
I think that's the way to put it. Is
so you can be a lot more tactical, I guess.
Yeah, you've got more time to think about what you're going to do, and that just improves the game as a spectacle. It feels less arcadey, but it's not like they're not going down like some sort of weird simulation route. The ball doesn't just fly off you when you receive it, but you have to be more careful. You can't just sprint forward with it, because it'll be 2 seconds before you've got the ball at your feet again, and by that time you could have completely boned it. So yeah, it's looks very good, seems very good. I still think it'll come out with a broken multiplayer in a month or two's time. I don't care that they've done a beta on there.
It was weird that like the cutscenes seemed to work, whereas
everything seemed to work. Yeah,
everything. I don't know what was going on. I was very
only
confused.
Complaints that people really seemed to have, and it was very un-Konami. They actually addressed them in the sort of opening text, so they added patch notes throughout the beta, and there were some very slow matchmaking times when the beta first came out, but by the time the beta closed, they'd already addressed those, and it was finding people very, very quickly indeed, and loading into games very quickly. It's all very slick. The menus looked better this time round. Certainly the player movement looked far more realistic, but a lot of that, as well as the sort of new animations and stuff, came down to the fact that it looked at more the speed of real football. So yeah, I loved last year's game. I think that this is going to be one that I want to pick up straight away as well. It tends to be the case, but there's still that FIFA demo to come, and we'll certainly give that a good old crack when it does arrive.
I think so, buddy. I think so. See what happens, eh?
Gibbons, because we miss our pro clubs, and if FIFA came out and smashed it this year, then I think we would switch. We've got no specific allegiances. We just want to play the one we're going to get the most enjoyment out of.
Gibbon.
So yeah, that's Pez. And then a little bit of gaming with my sister's brother and his partner, because they came down at the weekend, came out to the Frenchy restaurant, buddy, and we played some local multiplayer games. So we started off with a bit of Video Ball, which
great game.
4-player Video Ball. I don't think I've ever played 4-player Video Ball before, but it's basically just chaos and incredibly annoying, because everyone's working against everyone else. You're just constantly bumping into everything. It was fun, but in a sort of amusing, frustrating kind of way. They picked it up pretty quick, to be fair to them. And yeah, it was good fun. It's such a shame about the lag issues on that game online, because
they might have fixed it, but I doubt it.
I haven't seen any updates come through for it, and there wasn't one when I launched the thing. It must have been 6 months since we've done that, so I don't think they ever addressed it. But I don't know, maybe we'll have to give that a go at some point. It's a cracking game. It's beautifully presented.
Yeah, definitely.
I really like it. But yeah, with the lag on that multiplayer, and crucially lag that completely fucks the person who's connecting and completely favours the person who's hosted the game, which makes it completely unfair and ruins any sort of competition.
That confused me so much when we swapped over to me hosting. I'm like, this isn't how this game plays. What are you on about? It's weird.
Yeah, it's just not fair, and when you know it's not fair, then you can take no pleasure in scoring goals. So
no, totally not.
From both sides, that is, you know. So yeah, a fantastic game, but a fantastic local game. And
Gibbons,
who goes to people's houses these days, buddy? I mean, come on.
Not me.
Not in this dark, bleak future.
I don't
which
even
we live
leave the
in.
house. I only have to leave the house to like go to work.
I know.
I don't really
know.
want to do that. I'm trying to find a job where I can just stay at home.
Yeah, and then you never have to. Imagine if you never had to leave. Yeah,
That'd be so good.
shit the bed. Well, also played a bit of Jackbox, which was great fun.
As is tradition. You see, number
Absolutely.
3 is on the PS Store now, isn't it?
Yes. I think friend of the podcast Dan has now picked that up as
Oh,
well. He had the
good choice.
first 2. He's got the third one.
Nice.
Hopefully enjoying the t-shirt battles as much as we do.
Just as we're talking about Jackbox, I was listening to the videogamer.com podcast last week because I'd run out of all other podcasts to listen to, even our own. that I
shots
had listened
fired.
to. And I was like, fine. And the guy in there was just like, they were talking about Jackbox. And he was just like, the worst bit is like the TKO, like the t-shirt knockout. And because he was like, but because everyone's got to draw like really good pictures for you to get it. It's like, no, you just draw loads of fucking
Cocks and
cocks,
balls.
fannies, arseholes. I mean, I'm never going to forget that beautiful one that I put up of just like the straight up, chocolate starfish. It was beautiful.
Yeah, and I did a sort of pastiched version of that
Nice.
when these guys were down. It was it was the classic arse
go-to.
cheeks with the chocolate starfish, and crucially the head through the legs smiling back at you. Very important.
Beautiful. I
Yeah.
love it. See?
Yeah.
And that's what that game's all about. Fucking that guy clearly hasn't got a sense of humour.
Well, maybe he hasn't got one compatible with.
I don't understand. That is just funny. Why wouldn't
I
that
have
be
to say, to play devil's advocate very slightly, but not really.
No.
I did play t-shirt battles with my folks one Christmas, and obviously it wasn't a rampant selection of genitals when I played with my folks.
You should play with my parents. They'd be all about the
I'm
genitals.
sure. Yeah, different strokes and so on, buddy. But it wasn't very fun. I feel like the dirtiness has to be there for it to be like super fun. Otherwise, you are just sort of drawing pictures and writing.
Yeah,
random
it's just
shit.
like, teapots. You
Yeah.
know all about them, buddy.
I know all about all 8,500 of them at the moment. So
Still growing.
yeah. Last one we played, Towerfall Ascension, buddy. One of the very first PS Plus
Very
titles for
good game.
PS4. A fantastic fucking game that often comes out when we have company because, again, it's a local game.
Yeah.
And one that I believe, if it had online servers, we would play.
I think so. I think we would play that.
Yeah.
It'd be very cool.
But yeah, Towerfall Ascension, if you haven't heard of it or don't remember, is a 2D sort of battler. I suppose it's like I don't know how to describe it. It's an archery game, but it's like a 2D
Way to
sort
sell
of
it,
Mario kind of thing. So you got a person, they've got like 3 arrows, you can fire them across the level, try and kill each other by shooting the arrow at them or jumping on them, but when you shoot the arrows, you lose them until you go and retrieve them from like the walls and
Yeah, I
stuff.
think that part of the game is really cool because you can't just continuously barrage people. It's like,
No.
oh shit, only have 3 shots, but you can nick other people's arrows, which is
Yeah,
cool.
until they are completely like defenseless.
Yep.
And then the other big mechanic, of course, is that it's got that Pac-Man element where if you go off the left of the screen, you appear on the right. If
Yep.
you drop off the bottom of the screen, you come through the top, and so on and so forth. It's also got wall climbing, double jumping, power-ups with flying, and all
got it
manner
all.
of stuff. It's a cracking fucking game.
Yeah.
Really, really good. And we played it for like an hour, and it was great.
Nice.
So, really good fun 4-player. Yeah, just awesome. Really liked it.
Cool.
So yeah, that's me, buddy. Fair old bit considering. And let's move on to the last thing that we've been playing. We've been playing it together and also with special guest star Funk. And that is Arks Must Doy Unchained, buddy.
Free to play game of the year 2017.
Possible game of the year?
No chance.
He's not having that. Well,
No.
we'll see. Well, either way, yeah, just so good. We won't talk about it too much. Funk's got something to say about it later on in his particular section, buddy. But yeah, we're just loving it, aren't we? And getting the hang of like the builds now, maybe, and the power-ups to a degree as well.
Yeah, I think so. I think we're slowly progressing through this game at a nice rate. It seems like the drops for the chests are pretty cool. We found out now that we can go and replay previous levels with the different characters, because you have 3 characters in the base game. I've also got a 4th character, which I was contemplating actually buying with money, actual money, but then I thought, no, that's stupid, because I've got like 10,000 skulls, and the character itself was only 9,000 skulls, so I was like, well, I'll just use my skulls. And,
but we have kind of committed now that we're going to spend some money on this game. I
know, and what we decided on is when we get to a point where the game seems to just be like fucking us, we'll be like, right, we'll chuck a tenner in each or something like that, and see if that makes it any better. If it doesn't, then fucking we've had a great time with this game so far. And
how many hours do you think we've played? I don't know,
because I keep coming back to this, playing it on my own as well.
It could be 10 hours now.
I reckon I'm on more than that. I'm like up to level 20 or something like that. Pretty big.
Is anyone else playing this out there? Because we are fucking lapping this up, and it's not like we've got a shortage of things to play at the moment
totally
either.
Not.
And I know we were fans of it already, but I'd love to know. I'd love to hear from anyone who's given this a burn.
And the thing is that I think it would be a big. It's quite a hard sell to get into this game, because first of all, it's a free-to-play game, and that already throws like a stigma about it, and
you can't blame people for that at all.
Totally, because there's fuck all pretty much every free-to-play game that I've played is like just bollocks. Like It's not fun. Like, well, it might be fun, but it's just. I was going to say pointless, but all video games are pointless, buddy.
No, but it's usually gated poorly in a way that ruins it.
But because we were fans of Arks Must Doy 2, we played the whole thing through co-op, and some. So for us, it was easy to make the transition into it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I definitely think this is a game best played with multiple people. It is fun on your own, but you can get so much more out of it when you join it and doing it together.
Yeah, the 2-player and the 3-player, and I suppose because we spoke about it so much last time around, we should probably talk about what it's like with 3.
Tough,
and it's harder. Yeah, obviously it's hard because it does scale up the number of enemies accordingly. So you got sort of 33% more enemies to think about or whatever. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's interesting though, because for example, we had one of the ones that we played last night where it's a 2-gate one, and you can't funnel both of the gates into a single death room.
Yes,
and it ended up working brilliantly, as we had me guarding the sort of left gate, you guarding the right gate, and Funk kind of running between the two as like a utility guy, and was completely crucial to us winning it.
Definitely.
The teamwork that it kind of creates is just intoxicating, because the way that you set up, so to the point of planning before you even load it, looking at the map, looking at your loadouts.
Yeah, because just another thing, I played a few more games of the Sabotage, which is the online mode of this, which is a 3v3. And shit, it is tough, because, I went in there on my own with 2 other chumbos, and I didn't know what they were saying or what they wanted me to do, and it just went to shit. One of the games was terrible, just completely fucked, because one guy was shooting at a wall. I'm like, what do you want me to do with that? Fucking... You can shoot that wall all you want. I don't know what you want me to put there. I'm putting tar down, mate. That's my thing. I put tar on the floor.
Exactly. Yeah. No, you need that. You need that.
You need the communication
absolutely.
There. And I think if we went on Sabotage as a 3, I think we would absolutely destroy it.
Maybe that should be our next port of call on a co-op game night then.
I think so. It'd be good fun. We'll get Because if you are a PlayStation Plus subscriber guy, person, thing, you do get a bonus amount of gold and skulls to start off with. So you can always, get that and buy some chests pretty much to build up your inventory of what they called?
Traps and stuff.
Traps.
Yeah, you can get 3 or 4 chests, can't you, with that opening currency? And
I think we did it wrong. You know, we bought a couple of the big expensive ones and then like a mediocre one or something. I think you should just go all out mediocre-ish ones to start off with.
Yeah, because that'll last you for ages, won't it, when you first start? Yeah, you're right.
Because I've still got stuff from those chests that I can't even use at the moment. I'm just like, I've got it, though, and I probably will get there, because we seem to be playing this game on a near enough daily basis now.
Oh, yeah, we'll be playing it after this. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking sweet game. Very, very cool.
Buddy. So, yeah, Arks Must Die Unchained. Give it a go. Get your buddies involved.
Gibbons, sponsored by Arks Must Die Unchained, Lord, and... what was the other thing?
Air Force Proud.
And Air Force Proud. None of them know about it, so don't ask them. And now it's time for the news.
Fucking news. Yeah, I haven't got it in me.
No. Number one. Number Wang. House Party removed from Steam for being House Party.
All the nudie bang bang. It didn't go well.
The disgusting, fucking womanizing, horrifying. Anyway, devs works to resolve Valve's issues. The game is now back up with giant sensor bars all over it.
And you can't get rid of them, I'm guessing.
I don't think so.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Well done that game.
I guess, I mean... If I was them, I probably would have dined off that controversy a little bit longer. Yeah. Maybe made it available on some other services, and because they're still very much in the throes of the YouTuber time where they're kind of getting all of that promotion. They probably could have flogged it off somewhere else and kept that revenue coming in. But I guess Steam is the big fucking thing, so then they addressed it quickly. Kind of impressive how quickly, but. Yeah, just awful looking game. YouTube fodder, nothing more. And yeah, funny though. But it was taken down. I think it was down for sort of 4 or 5 days. Didn't take them long, and then back up it came. And I think those giant sensor bars were always in the options menu. I think they've just disabled turning them off.
Obviously, because you want to see that sweet womanizing, stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I was going to say, I don't know why you play it if there's just giant sensor bars, but I don't know why you really played it before, other than sort of a morbid curiosity, I guess. But
I guess, I don't know.
It's the same reason that I looked it up on Pornhub, because I was just so curious as to the animation of that.
Actually look like.
Yeah, just, I don't know. The whole thing's just pretty awful, but
I still think it's quite funny. You can just get your wang out and just cheese everywhere.
That is funny.
That should be in more games.
It should, yeah. You should absolutely be able to do that more often.
And also true to life.
Indeed. Yeah. I do that all the time.
Yeah.
And that's how I live my life.
I'm doing it right now.
Well, nice to know, buddy. Sweet as the punch. Well, number 2... Destiny 2, we got news on the Destiny 2 beta, starts on the 29th of August, and if you are a pre-orderer, then you get access a day early. Wow!
Day early, yeah!
Yeah, day early. Congratulations to you. It runs from the either 28th, if you're one of them, or 29th, if you're not, till the 31st, although... Obviously, the console versions were extended, and that could happen again.
True, probably will.
On the PC version. They also got the system requirements on there. Looks pretty well optimized. I think you've been saying from the start that they really did build this one on PC.
Yeah.
And that's why it's not got sort of spazzy levels of fucking power that you need to get it to run properly.
I made it in the requirements. I did it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, mate. I've met the criteria. So
your like 6-year-old system can happily run that thing at 60 frames per second. Then
no, God no, it's gonna run it at like 20. Look terrible. We shall see, buddy. I'm clearly going to give it a go just to see what it's like on PC, and then be like, yeah, back to the PlayStation.
No, it'd be good to hear from you after that, because you know, you've got a perfect, genuine comparison there. So that'll be good to see. Sweet as the punch. Well, there you go. That's not too long, so enjoy that, buddies. I'm sure that'll run real nice on JJ's 2K machine, buddy. I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, well,
proper cheeky. We'll move on. Again, not much news, but we are in the sort of summer drought, aren't we? So understandable. The standalone Modern Warfare remaster is getting review bombed on Steam. Hundreds and hundreds of really poor reviews, giving it a mostly negative. That's kind of how Steam works. You've got like mostly positive, neutral, mostly negative. It's mostly negative, but more galling, more shocking, I think, is the statistics in terms of player counts, which obviously Steam's got all that integration these days. Eurogamer ran an article earlier last week, and one evening at a sort of reasonable time for people to be online, you know, they did it at a time where you'd expect it to be busy. It wasn't like lunchtime on a fucking weekday. Yeah. So they looked at the concurrent player count one night last week, and it was 452. Under 500 people across the whole of Steam playing the Modern Warfare remaster. Like, that's utterly dreadful. Like,
do you reckon it was
poor.
more before the standalone game came out, or?
Yeah, I would imagine so. I mean, you can't fail to notice all of these terrible reviews, and it's going to rile up some people, and it's going to stop some people from buying,
from loading it up, I guess.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I think you'll find I've maintained from the very beginning that I didn't really give a fuck about this. I had no interest in buying it, and no interest in once again playing that game that I played all those years ago, no matter how well I remembered it or how good I thought it was at the time. And I'm sticking by that. I still don't want this. If it was a tenner on the store, I wouldn't want it.
I'd buy it for a tenner.
Well, yeah, and I think so, I think you would. I think Funk might be game. I think PJ might be game at that sort of price.
Yeah.
I genuinely couldn't give a flying fuck about Modern Warfare Remaster.
We should just get it on the 360, play it on there, mate.
Yeah, exactly. Retro game night. Beautiful thing. Well, there we are. Either way, doing very poorly on there. But I suppose they've made all their money, so I suppose they don't really care.
No, they don't care.
Yeah. Why would they? Next, and finally from me, some sad news, actually. This is BioWare veteran Corey Gaspar, who has passed away quite suddenly, seemingly unexpectedly. But what I've kind of gauged from the stories about this is it seems quite clear to me that his family or friends or whoever have no interest in making it really public, like what happened here. They don't want to talk about it, and that's fine, and I guess should be respected. But yeah, lead designer, I think, was he in the Corn Maze video? I think he probably was.
I think he was, you know.
He was quite funny in it as well, like a bit of, it's just, yeah, it's pretty sad. Like, pretty young guy, worked on Dragon Age, Mass Effect, and yeah, like, completely all over Anthem, so, really sudden. His colleagues wrote, Corey was a talented designer and an even better person. We offer our condolences to Corey's family and everyone that knew him. We will miss you. So, yeah, shit, man. Like, sudden. Just, like, mecha sudden.
Crazy stuff. Life. Ooh, life.
Gibbons, buddy. Like, such a talented dude. And hopefully there'll be, like, his touch all over that game, which we're definitely going to be hugely interested in when it arrives.
Yes.
And obviously they'll have the chance to kind of dedicate things to him there as well. So, sad stuff, though. Sad stuff. But, wanted to mention it. So yeah, that's me, buddy. I suppose we should move from here into what's actually, I think you'll find, buddy, one of my favourite sections, possibly my favourite section. It's Ash's News Favourite Things of the Week.
If you like news but hate information, you have found the right place. Ash's News Favourite Thing of the Week.
Cheers, buddy. A few things this week. Nothing amazing. I don't know if I said this before, but Usain Bolt's going to be in Pro Evo Soccer 2018. I think I have, though. But I just saw it again and thought that was worth noting. I think
it was mentioned. I don't know if it was you or if it was in the normal news or what, but yeah, I think it's been mentioned, but that makes it no less ridiculous. I see a pre-order perk he's going to be?
I think so.
I saw today.
Like that, isn't it?
It's not a footballer, is he?
No.
It's very odd.
It's fine. Sure. The Witcher is finally getting its own colouring book, buddy.
Oh, man. All of my campaigning finally comes to fruition.
NHL 18, buddy. I doubt we'll buy that game because we've got 17, but right now, the beta for NHL 18 is open to everyone.
Oh, shit.
PS4 and Xbox One. Yeah.
It's on the store now?
Yeah. Fill your boots, mate. I think it's 3-on-3s. I think that's the thing they're going for this time.
Are you and Mel?
Fucking hammer time.
Hammer indeed, buddy. Flying V. Okay.
EA Access, that thing that I wish we had, but don't, because Sony are cunts. They are removing a game for the first time from the vault, buddy.
Oh, shit.
I know.
What game is that?
It's alright, it's only FIFA 14.
Okay, that's fine.
I know. And when I was reading it, I was like, oh, okay, it's only FIFA 14. But then I was like, hey, wait. They can remove games from it?
I mean, it's that one again, isn't it? Like, do they need to? No. That's the thing. Like they don't need to. It's not like they're short of storage space. I don't know. It's a bit weird. I mean, surely that game's on all the servers anyway. Do they even host it?
I don't know. But they go on to say that EA Access members who have downloaded FIFA 14 will be able to continue playing it offline. However, if you delete the game or move to another Xbox One console that doesn't have it installed, you'll be unable to re-download it after October 18th. There you go.
I suppose that's fair enough.
I'm just trying to read what they say for now. They say they're really sorry that a title has to leave the collection, but rest assured that we'll do our best to limit removals in the future. For now, we hope you'll enjoy other great games in our service, like all the latest FIFA titles.
Is it? Could it be a music licensing thing? That's often the case with this
it could
sort
be.
Of thing.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe
so it's got a lot of songs in that. Like maybe
that's true.
You know, coming up on 4 years old, possibly the end of a contract or something. I don't know. Either way, I don't think anyone's going to give a flying fuck, but it does set a slightly dangerous precedent if it becomes a bit of a habit.
Yeah, I don't think it will, though, for some reason. I think EA are going to be all right.
Well, they know that they've got a good thing going on here.
Seriously. I know,
it's a good service. So they've hit the price point on the nose. Yep. They've got really good software, good support.
This year, it's like, coming up soon is Titanfall 2 and Battlefield 1, you know.
Yeah.
Fucking great games.
A genuinely massive reason to be an Xbox player rather than a PlayStation one.
Yeah, totally. And also, it makes sense to buy any EA games on disc because, you know, if you want the latest FIFA, buy it on disc and then it'll get added to EA Access later on in the year. You can just sell your old copy. Trade it in.
Very nice.
Fuck yep. So last, buddy, but not least, some news that I've been waiting for a little while. Stardew Valley, a game that, we've contemplated buying a few times, but, we're just like, no, I don't think we'll play it that much, single player and all that. Multiplayer details emerge. Beta test coming to Steam at the end of 2017. So here we go, buddy. It's all kicking off now. Stardew Valley next year. Game of the year.
Well, perhaps, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Also, buddy, you can marry your friends in that. Just to let you know.
Well, thank fuck for that.
I know.
Because that was going to be my next question, so I'm glad you've addressed that.
Fucking answered it. So there you go, buddy. That's it from me. No more news.
Thank you very much, buddy. That was your news. It was also mine. That was the news.
Nice.
And now it's time for Fonz or Phoenix.
So what have we got this week, buddy? Straight up, Fonz or Phoenix? I can't be asked. What we got?
That
doesn't sound good.
No.
No?
No.
No.
No. We got a Phoenix, buddy. It's a big old Phoenix. Suits my mood with this horrible cold that I have, that I'm struggling along with. Fucking summer colds, buddy. What's the point?
I don't know. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense.
Okay, well, probably fitting in that case that we have a Phoenix this week. And that's a big old fucking Phoenix to issue to Sony.
Ah, cunts.
And I think you'll know why, ladies and gentlemen. This is the news that there is a PS Plus price hike.
25%.
A fucking massive PS Plus price hike. Easy for me to say. They're chucking it up. And I think this is a EU specific thing.
Yeah,
they haven't announced
EU
anything in the
specific.
States yet.
Didn't they increase the States a while ago?
I think it went up to $50 last September.
Yeah.
So, but that's, yeah. I mean,
We don't care about that because we don't live there.
well, that was still financially sort of cheaper
Yeah.
than the pound
Than us,
value
yeah.
was
Yeah.
at the time anyway.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, certainly for the UK, we'll list the UK, and I think the euros is the same. So it's at the moment it's £40 and 40 euros, and it's going up to £50 and 50 euros.
Brilliant.
Just chucking a tenner on top. There's no
crazy.
justification for it in
No.
terms of the email that they sent out. It just said, this is happening. And it was even ghoulish enough to fucking have a link on there saying, if you want to cancel, then, like, there you go. You know, just like...
Or
we don't-
like the other
we
thing
don't
they said,
fucking
like,
care.
oh, if you want to buy loads of them now, you can stack them.
Yeah.
So, all right, yeah,
Oh, well,
cool.
thanks so much.
Just going to buy loads of them now, and then
Yeah.
hopefully your service will still be good in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Fucktards.
I don't know. I mean, I think the issue here is justification.
Yes.
If
and
PS
we have
Plus
had
games had gone from strength to strength,
Mm.
and you know, that would be slightly more understandable. In terms of the infrastructure, outages have been reduced, and I think that speeds have improved as well.
Yeah, speeds
I
have
think
definitely
you
improved.
have to say that the service has been more reliable, but I certainly wouldn't say it's been more reliable to the tune of more money. I would say they've basically,
just doing
at this
their
point,
job.
got to the stage where it should have been in the fucking first place.
Yes,
When they first
exactly.
started charging for it.
Yeah.
So to chuck the price up with no real justification, we've had messages and stuff this week, so we're kind of going to extend this out. PJ fired straight in this week with the comment, have Sony done anything whatsoever to justify a price hike? I say no.
No.
And the more we thought about it, the more we realised that we should probably address our own reasons for why a price hike would be acceptable. And these aren't reasons that have been given. This is
This would
sort
be
of a list,
what
buddy,
I would-
perhaps a selection of reasons that we would be happy to pay more for. If this was happening, things you would pay more money for in a subscription. Like any of these, and cool. Okay, fine. And we ended up with sort of, I don't know, 3, 4, and then 5 of them, buddy. These reasons. And we thought about creating a new section for these reasons in this sort of list of like 4 or 5 things, buddy. And now it's time for the JfG Top 5.
Just for gamers, top 5.
So what's the top 5 this week, buddy?
That's a good question, buddy, and I'm glad you asked it. It's the top 5 things I would pay more money for in a subscription service.
Nice.
That is things that Sony could have done that would have softened the blow or possibly even justified the price hike that we're about to experience.
Love it.
Yep. So, number 1, games on demand, backwards compatible and new. You like the sound of that, B?
Yeah, so, I mean, there's speculation about this with the whole new firmware 5 update and shit like that coming where the PlayStation Plus might include, was it PlayStation Now? Is it PlayStation Now?
Yeah, that's the streaming service, yeah.
So it might include that. I'm calling bullshit on that. That ain't going to happen. But, you know, if they were to include that, then okay, yeah, I could see that's why they're chucking it up a tenner, because what's the monthly subscription to that?
Well, that's what I was going to say. I mean, it's $12.99 a month at the moment.
So near enough £10, and this way they're just like, well, now you can get this as well. It's like, well, maybe I didn't want that. Maybe I don't
see that. I mean, you're talking about a service that currently costs well over £100, and saying that everyone adding a tenner to it would pay for that. I suspect it would pay for it based on the fact that no one's on fucking PS Now.
Yeah, and everyone is on PlayStation Plus.
Yeah. So
I doubt that's going to happen, but, you know, rumors.
But if you're going to do that, then you announce that before the price hike.
Check this shit out. We're doing that, but obviously to do this, we need to, you know, bump up the money.
Exactly.
That is number 1, I guess. Some sort of games on demand system, or, you know, like a game subscription service,
inclusive in your yearly payment.
Yeah, totally.
Number 2 on the list, buddy, in-game items or DLC tailored to the games that you play.
Yeah, I kind of nabbed this from, like, was it Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime or whatever, where, you know, you're a Prime subscriber, they give you, like, in-game items and just whatever, bits and bobs for free, sometimes free games, which I'm like, yeah, like, why not? Why not chuck in some in-game items? Hopefully, like we said, like, to games that I play, tailored to things like, so you have a choice of, like, 4 things, like, that month. Like, take your pick. You can have this item for Destiny, or this item for FIFA, or, you know, 100 gold coins for Arks Must Doy, or something like that, you know.
Yeah, I mean, all of those things are on the PlayStation Store. All of them, if you're purchasing them, like, in-game microtransactions and stuff, it takes you to the store.
Yep.
So Sony have got a handle on that, and if they wanted to provide a service like that, then there's nothing stopping them from doing it.
Yep, totally. I'll be cool with that. If they chuck that in, that'd be pretty cool.
That'd be nice. Be a nice perk. Number 3 on the list. Upgrade discounts, trade-ins, hardware, PS5, and software, Pairs F1, etc. So, businesses have long since tried to destroy physical trade-ins, but perhaps a perk for continuing to give your money to, and let's not forget in this instance, if you buy a Pairs, you're buying a Konami game, but if you're buying it digitally on the store, then Sony sees a big cut of that. You're giving they're giving, you know, a great deal of your cash to the software platform holder, as well as the companies that made the game. So it wouldn't be unreasonable, if you're going to keep supporting that game, for there to be some sort of subsidy if you buy the next iteration.
the thing that I kind of thought here was you look at like game as in like the store, or most other online retailers or anything, they will have like loyalty bonuses or like bonus points and things like that. I don't see why they can't do that. Digital trade-ins would be great. They have been talked about in previous times. I think it was Microsoft were like fronting that maybe. But the fact like, oh yeah, like spend so many points, get so many points back, like have that as a constant thing, not just like, oh yeah, buy 3 things in this sale and get £10 back next month or some bollocks like that as a random promotion. Have that as a constant thing. That'd be cool. And yeah, like the upgrade on hardware. So like, we've got PS4s, we're PS Plus subscribers. Like, why not have like an incentive there? Like, keep your PS Plus subscription for another year, and get trade in your PS4 and get like a 10% discount on the PS5 or something like that, exclusive for Plus members or Plus subscribers or something like that. I don't see why. I think that would be a cool thing. I don't know. But
all of this is just it's perks for your loyalty.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's alluring to possible new members, and you expect, because all the time you're competing with Microsoft and they're providing a solid platform for multiplayer gaming, then that's the baseline. You expect that before you even talk about like what you're getting for your money.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good idea. Sounds like a good idea, buddy.
Gibbons.
Number 4 on our list, buddy, is early access to first-party titles and all the multiplayer betas as well. So, regardless of what this is, the idea of having early access to games because you're a PS Plus member, I think is very appealing. I mean, when Sony launch a first-party title, then it would make sense. I mean, even if it's becoming a thing now where pre-order gets you early access.
Yeah.
Even if that pre-order early access was exclusive to PlayStation Plus members, like, that wouldn't go down particularly well, I don't think. But
no, that's what I was going to go into. Like, this would not be good. But as things that I pay a subscription for, I would like that.
Yeah, and I think multiplayer betas especially, like, again, you're treading a tightrope because, you're crossing into demo town rather than testing town, and that's always the dangerous thing. But certainly some perks there for Plus members, because it just makes sense. You just want to give every opportunity to people to feel like they're getting some joy out of the service, and it wouldn't necessarily cost anything to do that at all. So why not? A couple of biatches, buddy.
Gibbons, buddy. What's the last one, buddy?
Number 5, and obviously I speak for everyone.
This is everyone that likes video games.
All gamers.
Yeah.
Wrestling.
Yeah, wrestling.
Comic books.
Yes, please.
Superhero PDFs.
Love it.
Cosplay vouchers.
I could do with some of them.
And Skate 4 hashtag.
I would like that, though.
I'd like Skate 4 hashtag.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hashtag.
Yep.
Yeah, obviously, I don't want any of those. So it wouldn't surprise me if that was the thing. They were like, hey.
Cosplay vouchers.
Well, maybe not that, but I could see them, like, putting fucking videos on there. Yeah, you get videos, because they've done it before with whatever that Heroes thing was. I can't remember. But yeah, I could see them fucking nobbling other media into this, and that would be, I would not be happy with that, because that's not what I want. I pay you a subscription for games.
Yeah, I mean, you'd feel like they were kind of trying to promote their other services to a degree there.
Totally. And
they started giving you...
exactly. You're right.
But I don't think anyone would complain if your PS Plus got you a free movie rental a month, for example.
Depends what movie.
Well, of your choice.
Oh.
Do you like that?
Yeah. I love that.
I mean, that'd be a nice little perk, and it'd cost them fuck all to do it. Just have it on there, on the service, and, I never even look at the movies and stuff on
Why
on
the
there.
fuck would you?
But you would though, wouldn't you? If you had, you could have a movie night each month with the missus where you can sit down and watch like a ultra high def movie off of the store for free as part of your subscription. I think that's a great idea.
As long as I get to choose what it is.
Rather than the missus.
Yeah, definitely, buddy. I'm in control.
Indeed.
Oh, dear.
So there you go. There's our top 5 things we would be happy to pay more money for in our PS Plus subscription. Games on demand, backwards compatible and new. In-game items or DLC tailored to the games that we play, upgrade discounts, trade-ins for hardware and software and so on, early access to first-party titles and multiplayer betas, and finally, wrestling, comic books, superhero PDFs, cosplay vouchers, Skate 4 hashtag, and perhaps a movie a month chucked in, Sony. How about that? And now it's time for Out This Week.
That's out this week.
It is out this week. Just very briefly, before I do talk about what's out this week, I do just want to check in with Funk, who obviously has no one to play with at the moment because we're doing a podcast, buddy. So he's decided to try out one of the games that was featured in Out This Week last week. That's Just Cause 3, which was a PS Plus title.
Indeed.
And we will mention this again later on. But he just checked in to say he just played the first bit of Just Cause 3 and it's crashed twice at the end of a mini mission. Is it possible for a game to feel low quality? Because that's the only way I can describe this so far. I'm sitting here watching a dead loading screen, just happy I didn't buy it. It's constantly failed to log into the service.
Nice, I love it.
There we go. We'll check back in with Funk in the next section, of course, and that it might be Just Cause related. Who knows, buddy? But for now, we've got Out This Week, of course, and Out This Week, bafflingly, is Ark Survival Evolved, which
Of course it is.
seems to be out every week for the last 2 years. But yes, Ark is out this week for double the price it was last week, because video games.
Hashtag.
Also out this week, Lawbreakers, buddy, on PS4 and PC. That's out on the 8th of August.
Good game, that. Good game.
You like that, don't you? And,
enjoyed it. I won't buy it, though.
So it's sinister of, you like that, don't you?
No, I love that.
Little away. Yeah, obviously, I think we'd probably all need to buy that for it to be worth anyone buying that.
Totally.
I don't see that happening, so...
It's not a single-player game.
No. I suppose when that goes down, then sure. But we'll see.
We shall.
Also out this week, Mega Man Legacy Collection 2, buddy, on the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Cool. And Sudden Strike 4 is out on PC, Mac, and Linux. What do you reckon?
Great. Sounds
No?
like what is I don't know. I have not researched any of that. Sudden Strike 4. Should I?
Well, it's from Calypso Media.
Uh-huh.
It's the first thing you need to know.
Okay. Like
Creators of Tropico, of course.
it. Okay.
It's a real-time World War II
Real-time.
strategy game,
Yeah. Okay.
and it will arrive at some point on PS4.
Ooh. Okay, I'll get interested about it then, I think.
That seems fair.
If that's all right.
It looks like all of those Calypso Media games, i.e. sort of kind of a bit Tropico-y, grainy-ish sort of thing. I don't know. I really like the look of it, but then I've always been a fan of World War RTSs. I've always quite liked those ever since I was a youngling on the PC. But yeah...
Because they're fun, buddy. That's
it's just a good... It makes sense. World War II makes sense for a fucking real-time strategy game to be set in. It
does.
I don't know. And I've always been a fan of those old sort of strategy games like Commandos and stuff, so... we'll keep an eye on that. Their games have kind of been a little bit hit and miss. Calypso, they're sort of B-tier studio, don't necessarily have the sort of Well, I suppose money is the most important thing. But they do seem to churn out quite a few titles, and some of them have been decent. So
I've just thought of the best gaming mashup.
What's this?
Red Dead Alert.
Red Dead Alert.
So it's
Wild West
Red Alert.
RTS.
Yeah, Western RTS.
Has anyone ever done a Wild West
I don't
RTS?
know. Red Dead Alert, mate. I just heard a big noise in the house.
Your house?
My house. Freaking out, man.
Do you want to investigate?
Hello? No, I'm good. I did not like that. That's not cool. I'm okay.
You're alive?
I believe so. I'm still here.
All right.
You might have been the next door neighbours.
Well, hopefully, buddy.
Nice. Fingers crossed.
Yep. Do you want me to keep an eye on your webcam?
That's right. No, I've got it on screen as well, so I can see behind me at all times.
Nice, like it. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not fucking about.
Well, anyway, there's out this week, buddy. Ark, which isn't, but is. Lawbreakers, which actually is. Mega Man Legacy Collection 2, which is a load of old games. And Sudden Strike 4 on PC, Mac, and Linux, soon to be coming to PS4 and may be worth a look, but we don't know. And now it's time for Fuckwit Corner.
Fuckwit Corner with Funk. Fuckwit Corner with Funk. He's got some questions for Funk.
Has he got any questions, buddy?
Firstly, Funk says, a bit of a coincidence getting a decent title in PS Plus for the first time, and the announcement they are putting the price up by a tenner a year. Not such a golden PS Plus lineup after all, was it? Funk's currently experiencing exactly how ungolden things really are.
Oh dear.
As he attempts and fails to play Just Cause 3. I will contest that the month before was also very good, buddy, because Until Dawn was included in that, which people need to play. Come on, people need to play
I will
this.
do one day.
Play this game, listen to the Lord, album, and play Until Dawn. For fuck's sake, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. I invented the piano key necktie. Anyway, Funk also says, also first impressions of Arks Must Doy. Of course, having played with a couple of masters here, buddy, couple of masters. Funk says, having not played the others, I didn't really have high hopes. One of those weird games that shouldn't be fun, but kind of is. Purely the co-op element that makes it playable for me. I wouldn't go near it with a 10-foot pole by myself, to be honest. I'm inclined to agree there. Like, as you say, like you've had a little bit of enjoyment out of it, mainly because we've got so far into it that you've just presumably like desperate to play it, even though there's no one online to play it with.
Yeah, that kind of. I've got the itch, and I was like, well, I could get some more traps if I just play a bit more.
Yeah, exactly.
That kind of thing.
But yeah, co-op. Bread and butter here, the co-op, absolutely. But yeah, I'm glad that Funk was enjoying it. I think we started to strike a bit of a balance towards the end there, and I'm pretty sure we'll play a fair old bit more of it with him as well. So
definitely.
Glad he likes it. Maybe you'll like it too, buddies. Download that shit. Give it a go.
It's free.
Sponsored by Arks Must Doy. And Lord.
And
Air Force Proud. So thanks very much for that, Funk.
Every week we end the show with questions and comments sent in by you. If you've got anything for us, just pop an email to the jfgpodcast@gmail.com or contact us on Facebook, Twitter, or at justforgamers.co.uk.
And now it's time for JfG Street Beat.
You got a question we wanna know. Street beat. Facebook, Twitter, we're on them all. So hit us up to be on the show. Beat. The JfG Street Beat.
Street beat.
Wanna know?
Get on the show.
Just get on the show, probably.
Get on the show, mate. Get on the show.
You fucking can. You absolutely can. Fucking, are you sitting down, buddy?
Hopefully.
It's good news because donation alert, buddy. We've had a donation.
What?
We've had a fucking donation this week.
Fuck off.
We have.
That means someone listens to this shit.
They
That's
do.
Crazy.
They do. We've had a donation. And that donation is from Adam. And we have to thank Adam very much for his donation.
And the ants.
He's a fucking ledge, is what's happened.
Nice.
Love
it.
We're not completely sure who Adam is. We have an inkling of who Adam might be. And we might be completely wrong about that, which is why we aren't going to say about that inkling. But thank you either way, whoever you are, thank you very, very much for your donation. Awesome. Helps us keep going. We keep our sort of hosting costs and everything as low as we fucking can. So your donations genuinely pay for the podcast almost in its entirety because we are right stingy cunts and we manage to get a good deal each year.
Yeah, we do.
But what it means is it makes all the difference to us. And
it really does.
You know,
Crazy.
All of that money goes into the show. We don't pocket any of it, and we don't do any sponsorship bullshit either. And you help us not have to do that.
Apart from this episode,
and that's the apart from obviously
also
the millions
Jade and that guy on YouTube.
It's bad time, isn't it, for us to be having this conversation when
it's
Lord bunged us all those millions of bucks.
Yeah,
the big Benjamins.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah. Thank you so much. And the fact that we aren't normally sponsored has nothing to do with the fact that no one wants to sponsor us, buddies. It's
just our choice.
Honestly, I'm having to think about giving up work because I'm just batting emails away all the time. It's a full-time job. Just fucking shaving companies because apparently no one can be bothered to buy razors in the shops.
Crazy. Mattresses,
underwear,
website designers,
things. They just don't stop, really. It's just a constant.
It's ongoing.
It is. But we're not interested here at the JfG podcast.
No.
So thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, Adam. We'll move on. PJ is here with this little bit, buddy, and I like this. I found this funny. PJ says, I was thinking about the guy who bought a Mega Drive game for £3,380. Probably just me, but for some reason it bothers me that someone willing to pay that much for a single game and who is striving to collect every PAL Mega Drive game would say that there are around 550 games rather than telling us the actual number.
He hasn't done his fucking research properly.
He doesn't know.
In or around 550-ish, I reckon.
Yeah.
But I'm going for all of them. I don't know what they are, though. But I'm just going to collect them all. I'm going to catch them all, buddy.
Gibbons. Didn't really cross my mind, but now the more I think about it, the more ridiculous that is. Yes.
It does sound really dumb.
Fair point. Fair point.
It's like I'm going to go for the Olympic record. It's around about 10 seconds.
Ish.
Yeah.
Ish. It's not. It's not crucial, so you know.
No.
But I'll let you know when I've got them all. Yeah. Fuck me. Fair enough. Absolutely.
Then
Thanks for that.
I'll do a roll count.
Yeah.
And then I'll have the official number.
Cheers for that, PJ. Good shit.
Dear.
I suppose we should head into Community Watch, buddy.
Community Watch.
Community Watch!
Community Watch.
Oh, dear. It's a big moment. It's a big moment here.
Oh, big moments.
You may remember, after Jeremy Gate last week, buddy, that we were setting out to find a new hipster name to replace Jeremy with.
We were indeed.
This will officially be our hipster name from now on in all podcasts, regardless of topic or subject matter. So, We've had some come in, buddy. We've had some come in. And firstly, I believe I wrote hipster name The Decision in the notes earlier, and then in my slightly ill state was like, The Decision? That's not a very hipster name. So, fuck me. But anyway, so the decision has to be made. What we've got is everyone who sent in a hipster name.
Yeah.
And I think I'm probably going to read all these out without actually putting names to them.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have to decide, because we're going to have to decide.
I was going to say, what are the picking rules? How do we decide?
Well, I think it's just got to be what feels right, buddy. Perhaps we'll slowly whittle it down. Let me get them all lined up here.
Okay.
I'm going to put the decision in as an option. I don't think it will last for long.
No, I don't think it's going to go there.
No.
So, yeah.
Let's have...
Fucking seriously, I feel like I'm hearing things now in my house. I'm freaking out, man.
It's very windy here. Maybe you're hearing a bit of that.
Nope, definitely not wind.
Well, there we go. So here are our names. We'll go down the list, buddy, and then we're just going to slowly remove them until we are left with only one, and that will be the hipster name.
Okay.
We asked for people to vote, but we're not going to roll this out another episode, buddy. We're filling this one up with it. So
yeah, well done.
Thank you for submitting your choices, and let's see what we pick here. So, firstly, buddy, hipster name to replace Jeremy. The Decision. It's not.
I don't think it's going to last, mate.
No, it's not.
Unfortunately,
we'll axe that straight.
I like the fact that it's The Decision. I mean, that's
confusing.
the something.
Can you do that? I don't know. I mean, you might have some problems with deed poll.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're religious as well, and you're at a christening, then that's going to be confusing as fuck, because of, a lot of Bible tales would probably feature decisions. You wouldn't know if it's arsehole or breakfast time, to be honest. Anyway.
No idea, mate. No idea.
Protus.
It's a decent one. I can't say I've heard it before.
Well, it's not really a name, but that doesn't really matter in hipster speak, buddy.
It sounds a bit too, weightliftery.
Yeah, maybe it's a little bit. I mean, because hipsters are really they've got no muscle, have they? Because they wouldn't get in their little flannel
all just
shirts.
Flannels, mate.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll do away with Protus then. Fievel. Now, of course, a famous mouse.
Exactly.
And now a very hipstery name. It was a mouse that wore flannel shirts. So that's worth noting, of course.
I think it's got to stay for now.
Fievel's staying.
Fievel's good.
Dane. Dane. I'm not sure how hipstery that is.
I don't know.
More like a bully in an 80s sort of high school movie.
I could see that.
Okay, Dane's gone. Turgid. Interesting choice. Turgid. Turgid. What are your thoughts on turgid? Dictionary definition: swollen.
I think that's too poncy for a hipster.
Yeah, I think
it's not cool enough, mate.
It's just a little unfortunate. Siri, as in the Siri.
I mean, it's very now.
I
guess
it's that is a hipster name.
I mean, they love Apple
by default. Yeah, yeah. I mean, Siri's in there. Prius could be in there. Prius.
Yeah, that could be there.
So does Siri stick for now?
I think Siri should stay for now.
Okay. Bentley. I think dog.
I was thinking like some sort of chav called Chelsea, or Bentley, you little cunt. Kind of thing.
Maybe.
That's what I was seeing.
I was seeing a beagle.
Okay, yeah, beagle. Bentley the beagle.
Either way, it hasn't created the image it should for either of us, so I'm afraid it has to go.
No.
Now, we're back on the Siri front here, buddy, and this is hard to argue with. Tesla. Now, I would say this is one of those gender-neutral names as well.
Yeah, totally. That's got to stay.
It's got to stay.
It's got to stay. Tesla is a... Yeah.
Yeah. Bobcat.
I could kind of see the flannel shirt.
I can see... Yeah, well, all I can see is Bobcat Goldthwait from the Police Academy films, who is now a bald, dark-rimmed, glasses-wearing, beret-wearing motherfucker who's always in a flannel shirt. I think it's got to stay there for now.
It's got to stay, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so we're at 4.
Now, as I said, I'm not going to name who sent these in at all. So this person's suggestion is Rufus, all the way, right behind Jeremy.
I think he's trying to start some kind of war.
It's a flame war.
He's putting the smack talk out there. It's kind of his thing.
It's a Jeremy war. We don't know who sent that in, but Rufus is certainly a very hipster name. It does need to stay.
Of course it is.
So, finally, we got Backen.
Backen?
We got Backen.
Is there a meaning of Backen, or
did this person mean Bracken? You'll remember Bracken.
Possibly.
Bracken was my favourite from last week.
It was a good one.
As far as I'm aware, Backen is it's a theme park in like Denmark. I'm pretty sure I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's an amusement park. It's some sort of oil thing.
I mean, as such, it's a great hipster name.
I kind of, yeah. I'm good for that. I'm trying to find if there's any actual meaning behind the word at all, but I can't find anything. But that's the thing. It doesn't matter. Backen can stay for me, buddy.
Well, in that case, I believe we have our shortlist. It's taken some time getting here.
Yeah, right. Come on then.
So we got Fievel. We got Siri. Okay. We got Tesla, Bobcat, Rufus, and Backen. Now, I think Fievel's got to go. I can only think of the mouse.
Yeah, same. I can only think of the mouse, and that's too old for hipsters.
Indeed.
I think Rufus is too common. It's too common of a hipster name. We're looking for the ultimate,
the new wave hipster to end all hipsters.
I mean, Rufus is clearly a hipster name, but we need the pinnacle of hipster names.
It's getting tough now. There's something about Bobcat that I really like, but how hipster is it?
I know. I'm not seeing that kind of like new wave hipster in Bobcat. I'm seeing like old timey
hipster.
Yeah.
Well, we're down to 3.
We can't have Siri. It just can't go in there. I mean, I'd love to meet someone called Siri because it would be fucking retarded.
Isn't Get Out's Mrs. Siri?
I don't know. I should have played more of The Witcher. Game of the Year, whatever it was.
I think it is Siri. I don't think it's spelt the same.
Not the same. Okay. So we're down to Tesla and Backen.
We are. We still don't know if Backen was meant to be Backen. That makes me like it more.
I know, right? I just don't know what it is.
It's a theme park in Denmark. I just don't know what's more like Tesla's awesome, by the way. Yeah. They're both very, very hipstery, and perhaps we can use both of them. But I have to say, I can't think of anything more hipster than meeting one of these beardy cunts in a beer cafe, not pub. Yeah. And he introduces himself. He's like, "Hi, my name's Backen," and you're like, That's an unusual name. And he's like, yeah, I'm named after an amusement park in Denmark.
I mean, that's definitely kind of sold it for me. I think it's going to have to be Backen, mate.
I think it's Backen.
Tesla's too common, mate.
Well, I like Tesla. I like Tesla a lot. But I think Backen, combined with the fact that the person who sent it in may have meant Bracken.
Yeah.
And the Danish amusement park. And the fact that I knew that that's what that was, and I don't know why.
Well done. You're weird.
I've never been to Denmark.
Well, there you go. Your first child, mate. Bracken. Yeah.
There we go. Okay, so that's our hipster name. That may have been a fun or intolerable process for the listeners. We'll
Indeed.
never really know. But either way, we've got our hipster name there, buddy, and it is Bakken. Bakken.
Beautiful.
Operation Fucker Bakken. So here's the punch. Thanks so much to everyone who sent names in.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
We got far more than we were expecting.
Yeah, man.
Obviously, it was very important to you too. Elsewhere, we've got some art, buddy, from the community, which obviously I've had to split up because one's from one and one's from another, and one of these things is not like the other.
Oh.
Firstly, Ad Yummy returns with a blossoming relationship with a chocobo. This was a two-parter.
A twofer.
Yep, it was a twofer. First
The
one,
sequel.
riding along into the sunset on the chocobo with the caption, "I hope this chocobo won't play hard to get when we get back to camp," followed by a glorious follow-up picture saying, "Yeah, we bumsed." So great news, lovely. Interspecies bumming there.
Yeah, mate. That's what Final Fantasy is all about, apparently.
I've never really played them, but yes, that's what I understand Final Fantasy to be about. Fucking a chicken. So there we go.
Chocobo, yeah. Yep. Beautiful.
Thanks so much for that. And now, similarly but not the same, buddy, it's time for The Art of Mel Gibson's Soul.
Oh, I don't know what it... Artemis... Yeah, sure.
Artemis.
Yeah.
Yep. Mel returns, buddy. Mel returns with a piece that really truly describes the warring enigma that is a green-legged dude in little shorts wielding a giant red and green chainsaw, his upper torso and presumable head completely obscured by what may or may not be a Roman shield in some sort of rusty dungeon where textures were not a priority.
I think it was in Ark, I'm guessing.
That new AAA title that's 50 quid on the store.
Yeah, that AAA title.
That'd be the fucking one.
I mean, I just can't explain what emotions went through me as I gazed upon this image.
There are no words.
I was frightened for my life.
Yeah.
I think, really.
Quite the
but
get-up.
also I felt safe because he could not see anything because of that massive shield.
Yep.
I mean, they just keep coming and coming, and, they're not getting any worse.
Absolutely glorious. Thank you so much. And thank you to everyone who...
Indeed, it's been a busy one.
been a good
with everyone getting involved. I loved it.
Thanks so much to all of our cheeky
involvement.
contributors.
Mm.
So I think that'll about do us, buddy, for episode 122
Thank
of the JFG
fuck.
podcast. We made it. We're both... I probably sound very different this week from the old voice point of view. Pretty bunged right now, buddies. But yeah, it's been decent considering. Buddy. What do you reckon?
I've forgotten the previous hour already of my life.
Well,
I don't know what happened. I'm sure it was fine.
just quick update. Funk continuing to try and get Just Cause 3 working. PJ suggests it may well be sending and receiving the necessary data in order to play.
Indeed, that might happen.
Well, fucking sweet. I suppose we'll go play some Orcs now, shall we, buddy?
I think so. That sounds good.
Game of the year 2017.
Free-to-play game of the year 2017. I'm so fucked.
Keep talking in like air traffic controller speak this week because of all of those Air Force Proud videos.
I need to watch them, seriously.
It's fucking
Like,
funny.
that is more on my priority than listening to Lord and playing Until Dawn.
That fucking Lord album's great. And that Until Dawn game is fucking brilliant.
You're on crazy pills, mate.
I am actually literally on crazy pills.
Nice.
I found
Love
them in the
crazy
drawer.
pills.
I don't really know what they are.
Oh. Did it have the word crazy pills?
No, it just says
words?
it just says they can't hurt you, as all the best pills do. Yeah, right.
Notable side effects. Maybe.
Maybe. Fucking sweet. Well, I'm going to open this Corona. No lime. Play some Arks Must Doy. And yeah, thanks so much for listening, buddies. You can find us at www.thejfgpodcast.co.uk, Facebook.com/the JFG Podcast. Our Twitter handle, of course, is at the JFG Podcast. You can find us on SoundCloud. By the way, buddies, you can find us on SoundCloud, where you'll find last week's episode due to fucking all sorts of problems with archive.org. It was not up when I was able to put the podcast up. My only alternative, of course, was SoundCloud, only 1 week after joking about the fact that SoundCloud wouldn't be updated until the end of time. So, there you go. www.soundcloud.com/justforgamers to, once again, we're behind now, but only by 1 episode. You can also find us on various streaming sites, buddy, like YouTube, the ChewTube with its Just for Gamers. JFG Podcast on there, of course. Beam.pro, aka fucking mixer.com.
Terrible.
We're on there. And twitch.tv/the JFG Podcast as well.
Yeah.
Nearing the end here now, buddies. Ash is slowly sort of combusting in misery and pain and anguish. Come and join our PS4 community, buddies. We're on your PS4 if you have a PS4. We're on your phone even if you don't. You can get the PlayStation 4 Communities app off of the app stores for your device. Come and join us. We are the JFG Podcast. You can experience the art of Mel Gibson's soul, which I so gloriously describe. Pictures from Ad Yummy and the Funk and so on and so forth. And finally, last but not least, we are also on Google Plus, if that is how you choose to live your life.
Sad life.
Thanks so much for listening, buddies. We'll catch you next time, but until then, I've been Alex, he has been Ash.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
You've been listening to the JFG Podcast with Ash and me, Alex. To find out more, head to www.justforgamers.co.uk, Facebook.com/the JFG Podcast, or Twitter, where we are at the JFG Podcast. Episodes go live every Sunday, and if you could pop onto iTunes and write us a quick review, we would love every inch of you, even if you got old and fat. Thanks so much for listening, and we will catch you next time.